Damn, man. Just imagine being a fan of an NFL team in 2023 and they're not 3 and 0. Just imagine being such poverty that your team in the first 3 weeks of the season has a loss. Ugh. That's disgusting. I don't even want to think about being somebody like that. I'm just sitting over here unbothered 3 and 0. The reason is that Howie Roseman values what's really valuable about a football team, and that is building the trenches. It was so easy to predict that he wasn't going to draft Bijan Robinson. It was so easy to predict that he was going to draft Jalen Carter. It was so easy to predict. And when you build a team like that, you can be rusty for 2.5 games and still be 3 and 0 because your defense is out here smacking people around. I have such confidence in this team moving forward, no matter what the offense looks like in the beginning of the season. They haven't looked amazing, and they're 3 and 0. All right, where should we start? Let's start here. First of all, Baker Mayfield sucks, dude. That dude is trash. He's so trash. He was overrated in college. He was trash in Cleveland. He was trash in Carolina. And now everyone, oh, Baker Mayfield's revitalizing his career. Oh, Baker Mayfield said he said he's having the most fun he's ever had in his career in Tampa Bay. And watch out, Baker Mayfield's going to live up to the hype of being a number 1 pick. Baker Mayfield is trash. Listen to me, trash. Trash, bro. What are we talking about? Are we watching the same thing? The first drive of the game for the Bucs, you could see it coming a mile away. He had 2 wide open receivers that he missed by a mile. And he threw a crazy one over the middle and got lucky on a 3rd down. And I said, yeah, this dude's about to throw some interceptions. This dude's about to throw some bad balls out here. If he's missing guys like this already, this guy's about to throw some bad balls. It wasn't too long before he threw a ball right to Reed Blankenship. I mean, Stevie Wonder could have saw him over the middle. Baker Mayfield is trash. 15 for 25 for 146 yards, and you were losing the whole game. You were playing from behind the whole game, and you finished the game with 146 yards. That's trash. I'm sorry. Like, even Kirk Cousins in Washington, when they were playing behind forever, he would throw for 300, 350, 400. I had him in fantasy all the time. Gardner Minshew in Jacksonville always threw for 3 or 350 because they were always playing from behind. He was back there airing it out. Mayfield can't air it out, bro. What can he do? You throw for 146 when you were losing the whole game? You're not even out here taking chances? What a bum. And the preseason is officially over for the Philadelphia Eagles, you know? I thought the first 2 weeks, offensively at least, it looked very conservative and boring, and I thought Brian Johnson was coaching the game scared. And it kind of looked that same way in this first quarter of this game with a 4th and 2 handoff to Kenneth Gainwell. And we're all like, are you kidding me right now? You got so many weapons on this team. Why are we doing a delayed handoff to Kenny Gainwell up the middle? Right? And then the second quarter comes around. Hurts starts airing the ball out a little bit. Things start to open up a little bit. And the offense starts to look a little bit more like that high-flying offense that we were used to from last season. Now, you look at Hurts' stats from the game, and it's going to look like a bad game if you look at just the box score. He had the 2 interceptions. You know, the one was just a straight-up miscommunication. Receiver does a slant. Hurts throws a hitch right to the defender. The other one was a late throw to Devontae Smith. Should have been in the back corner of the end zone. It was late. It was short. It was a bad throw. So he had 2 interceptions, and that makes his stats not look so well. But in that second quarter, Hurts had some fucking dimes, bro. Hurts had some absolute darts in that second quarter. There was 2 plays where he stood in the pocket, took the pressure, and converted third downs, and the one was a touchdown. And the people that are talking bad about Hurts so far this season, saying he looks like the Hurts of old, he can't read the field, he's not reading the field, he's regressing. All the ridiculous things they're saying. Are you guys actually watching the game? Are you actually watching the game? 2 years ago, Hurts' first year starting, when I was trashing him every game, he had no pocket awareness. He would bail on clean pockets all the time. His pocket presence was terrible. His field reading was not good. His long ball was terrible. That's not what you're seeing right now. You just watched Jalen Hurts stand in the pocket in that second quarter and complete a crucial third down on the left side of the field while getting sandwiched between 2 giant defenders. Should have been a roughing the passer call. And then the touchdown to Zachos, Alomadi, Zacchaeus. You guys tell me how to say it. But Hurts stood in that pocket, waited for the play to develop, waited for the receiver to run the post, watched the safety, stood there. I'm screaming, watch your back, because the defensive end was behind him. He had the pocket presence and awareness to stay away from a defensive end who was behind him while looking down the field, waiting for the play to develop, watch the safety commit to the left side of the field, and threw the damn post bomb into the end zone. I mean, it was an amazing play. From the pocket presence to the reading the field to the patience, and then the throw was on the money. It was beautiful. Jalen Hurts wasn't doing that in year one. Jalen Hurts was not doing that in year one. He had the 2 interceptions, but, one a miscommunication, one a bad throw, late throw to Devontae Smith. It is what it is. Quarterbacks make mistakes. Quarterbacks have interceptions. This is why I never really care about interceptions that much if you're getting the job done. Now, Dak Prescott's interception last night in the red zone, down 28-18 or whatever it was absolutely horrendous because he's trash. You know what I mean? Jalen Hurts, if you're taking chances the whole game and you're letting it fly, you're going to have 1 or 2. You're going to have 1 or 2 sometimes. But it's about the confidence and living to see the next play, not letting the last play affect your next play, moving forward and keeping it rolling. And I loved it from him. And then the second half, he starts hitting A.J. Brown just one after the other. I mean, hitch. A.J. broke like 19 tackles, hits him on the sideline, breaks the tackle, goes down the sideline, hits him on the sideline, breaks the tackle. That was the end of the second quarter. And then into the third quarter, he just kept hitting A.J. Brown. What did he have? Like 9 catches for 160 yards. I mean, the dude had a day. A.J. Brown, have yourself a day. Oh. I'm pretty happy about that game. They didn't look perfect, but I'm pretty damn happy about this game. DeAndre Swift has himself another day. Another day for the only Swift that actually matters in sports. DeAndre Swift. Not the other Swift. I mean, speaking of which, can Taylor Swift just stick to crying about being ugly in high school and leave sports alone? I'm so tired of seeing Bleacher Report, ESPN, and everybody else. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce ate waffles for breakfast this morning. Shut up! Anyway, DeAndre Swift, have yourself a day. 16 carries, 130 yards. Hurdled over a man like he was in high school track practice. What a pickup. What a pickup DeAndre Swift was. And it wasn't hard to predict. Nobody's paying running backs anymore. So there was Miles Sanders supporters last year. This is why nobody's paying running backs anymore. Because you can go get a DeAndre Swift. That's what I'm saying. There was the Miles Sanders supporters last year that you can't let Miles go. You can't. He's letting him go, whether you want him to or not. He's not paying Miles Sanders because Howie Roseman knows I can go get a DeAndre Swift the same way he went and got Jordan Howard or Darren Sproles or whoever else. And it was so easy to predict that he wasn't drafting B. John Robinson in the first round in the top 10. Because that's crazy. Because it's just not that valuable. Adrian Peterson was what? The best running back, one of the best running backs of all time. The Vikings sucked every season. Derrick Henry. Are the Titans ever really a threat to win the Super Bowl? Nah. It's just not that valuable. You can always go get the next guy. You can always go get DeAndre Swift. Or you can always go draft a 22-year-old out of the third round. DeAndre Swift, when healthy, very good. Had injury problems in Detroit. But when he's healthy, he's very good. Let's knock on wood. All right, DeAndre Swift, keep it up. And you keep being the only Swift that matters around here. Britton Covey had a 52-yard punt return after warming up for the game, by listening to Morgan Wallen in his F-150. Love it. Love to see it. Love to see a little country white boy get his on the NFL field, you know what I mean? Shout out to Britton Covey, man. I hope he keeps it up. I couldn't stand the dude last year. I thought he was trash. We'll see. And he was on that one video and didn't know the words to Dreams and Nightmares, which was funny. But people are probably talking about Slay because he got beat one-on-one by Mike Evans in the end zone on the goal line. Mike hit him with a little juke push off. It was a great play. It's Mike Evans. You can't be that mad about it. It is what it is. Earlier in the game, Slay had one hit him in the hands. It would have been a pick. It's Mike Evans. Whatever. If that's their only one, we'll take it. The Bucs are trash. Baker Mayfield is trash. Eagles are 3-0. The Cowboys are trash. The Giants are trash. The Commanders are trash. Who's seeing this team? Who is stopping? Somebody tell me in the comments before I get out of here. Who's stopping this team from going right back to the Super Bowl? Who? If you can be rusty for 3 games and be 3-0, who's stopping this team from going back to the Super Bowl? Please tell me. Brock Purdy? Dak Prescott? Who? Bird gang. Go Birds, bitch. Peace out.